I'm with Brian Slater from Abundant Bread of Salvation. Now, Brian, what is Abundant Bread of Salvation?
Abundant Bread of Salvation is a humanitarian aid organization, Israeli-based, here in Israel, actually in the city of Natanya.
When we started and why we started?
When did we start? We started I've been doing this work over almost 9 years now, but we just became a registered Israeli nonprofit about a year and 8 months ago, and after applying with the Israeli government, and we started it because of just God's calling on my life to reach our Jewish people in the most practical ways possible, and to do it with the love of God.
And what programs do you run here?
We have many different programs, starting with our weekly programs are a soup kitchen and a dry food bag distribution center. The soup kitchen is like someone walking into a wonderful restaurant and sitting down and getting treated like royalty with a nice home-cooked meal. But the difference is that we talk to them and treat them in a personal way. Many times we sit with them and listen to their situations or their challenges in life. Many times we play music, messianic music or good Jewish music that they can get up and dance to. Hopefully we'll experience some of that tonight at the royalty meal. And they also get free clothes that they can choose whatever they want. We always have free clothes, and many times household products, sometimes bread and food for them to take home as well.
How many people do you actually minister to?
On a monthly basis, over 500 people, face-to-face. Every week we have about 50 to 70 people at the soup kitchen, and at the distribution center about 60 to 80 people every week.
And how do you pay for all this? Are you faith-based? Do you rely on God to provide all your needs?
We're very faith-based. It is a challenge. Every month we're needing to raise at least $10,000 to cover all the costs of everything that we do. And that's just doing very basic things. There can be so much more that can be done if we had the right hands and feet, and obviously more funds to do it. And let's say we're just tapping the bottom of the well of the amount of people that we can reach on a monthly basis, and we would just really ask for people to pray for us and support in whatever way they can.
And are there a lot of poor people here in Natanya, and what sort of communities come into your centre?
Yes, there is quite a lot of poor people. Poor in spirit, poor in poverty, and poor in emotion. And this is how we look at people, is through the bigger picture. Not just are they poor financially. We do home visits, and we have all different kinds of groups that we help. Many groups like Ethiopian and Russian Jewish immigrants, Holocaust survivors, widows, single mothers, orphans, I think I already said veterans as well, and people from very poor nations that have immigrated to Israel to try and find a better life, but they've found that it's also challenging here as well.
Now, something you do is royalty meals for Holocaust survivors. Tell us a little bit about that. What do you do?
Yes, that's a very exciting project that we try and do as often as possible. It usually involves interacting evangelical Christians, many times Jewish believers in Yeshua, and getting them together at a very nice restaurant or banquet hall to give these people dignity of life and really treat them like royalty. And we many times have live music that we'll order, or have someone come and do live music like we're going to do tonight. And many times the visiting group will bring gifts from whatever nation they come from and present those, offer those gifts to them. Like last week, we had a group of Koreans, and they brought these beautiful Korean fans that open up. And literally it was so beautiful because the pastor of this group, God put on his heart the reason for bringing these fans was not just a cultural thing or symbolic, but it was very prophetic, because he said that God put on his heart Ezekiel 37 that talks about the dry bones and God breathing life into the dry bones. And we opened them and literally blew new life onto the Holocaust survivors.
Do they get the opportunity to share some of their stories, and what are some of their stories?
Yes, they do. It just depends on how I organize the evening or the event together. Tonight they'll be sharing some of their stories as well with us, and they're very moving. It really depends on how much time we have, and the translation as well, because I'll be probably translating tonight from Hebrew to English, and sometimes though they only want to say it in Russian, so I have to have a Russian translator to translate into Hebrew and then in English.
How many Holocaust survivors do you minister to?
Well, we minister to hundreds of them. On a monthly basis, we receive into our distribution center roughly around 70, 80. And many of them, unfortunately, are dying every day because their ages are very high and they're poor. Their health is poor, and a lot of them are really lonely. And so we try and do what we can, our utmost, to bless them in their time of need as quickly as possible.
Are many of them actually living in poverty as well?
About 25% of them, out of the we have about 200,000 remaining in all of Israel. But every day, many dozens are dying every day, literally.
You're not just helping them physically, but you're also helping them spiritually as well, aren't you?
Absolutely, absolutely. We offer to pray for them. We offer to visit them. Many times, when I'm together with the groups, we'll gather around them and pray for them. Several of them have come to faith in Yeshua over the years as well, even just recently in the last couple months.
How do they respond when they see like evangelical Christians coming to bless them?
The ones that I've built relationship with are extremely excited and very happy to meet people that love Israel, that pray for Israel, that pray for the Jewish people, and that love us.
As an organization here, are you looking for volunteers, for people who'd like to maybe do something with their life?
Yes, we are always needing volunteers. The needs are great, as we have many things to do with clothes, with food, with cooking, with organizing, with tearing down, with cleaning up, with visiting people, with helping with projects that we're doing. We're going to be out the door right next to us. We have about 200 pairs of brand new orthopedic shoes that we're going to be doing a distribution to the poor and needy people, and we're needing help with that this month of September.
Are you making a difference in the community?
Absolutely. I'm first of all, they're bringing chocolates to me almost every month. I think that says something, that they really think I'm sweet. But they bring, many times I've gotten letters of recommendation. I have social workers calling me. I have the Ministry of Welfare reaching out to me. I work very closely with the city of Natanya, and many people that don't work with us. They help and work in the city of Natanya. They want to come and volunteer with us and help us in what we're doing.
And what's your prayer for the work that you're doing here in Natanya?
My prayer is that God would protect us and protect the work that we're doing, help provide for the needs that we have, so that we can help more people in a more quality way, that we can have good administrative help. We don't have too much help. We need more. and that the work would continue and expand.
And if anyone would like to help a Holocaust survivor or perhaps come and volunteer, what's your website for people who'd like to know more?
Yeah, that would be great to hear from you all. You can, first of all, my email is Brian, BRIAN, @abundantbread.com. And the website is very easy, www.abundantbread.com. Please let me hear from you. We appreciate your support and your prayers and coming to volunteer with us.
Okay, Brian, well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. God bless you and shalom.